from the Lakeside Newsroom of the Henrico Citizen, your hometown news source since 2001. This is the Henrico News Minute with publisher Tom Lapis.
Evictions are down in the county, but Henrico officials are still working on a number of housing issues. We'll tell you about that in today's Henrico News Minute. It's Tuesday, November 1st, 2022, and it's brought to you today by the law firm of Barnes & Deal.
And now for the news.
Evictions in Henrico County are significantly lower than they were before the pandemic, but county officials are still spending money to address that issue and demands for affordable housing. That's according to Henrico Director of Community Revitalization, Eric Lebo, who told the county's Board of Supervisors during a work session last week that there have been just more than 500 court filings for evictions this year compared to about 1,500 in 2019. Thousands of people in Henrico were able to stay in their homes during the pandemic because of $17 million in emergency rental assistance funding from the state. Overall, between July 2020 and August of this year, Henrico was second in the state in approved rental relief payouts from the Virginia Department of Housing and Community Development. County officials are working to improve apartment living conditions by inspecting complexes. To date, they've inspected more than 175 apartment communities in the county, representing more than 37,000 units, according to Lebo. The county also has issued memorandums of understanding to outline necessary improvements in several apartment complexes. You can read much more about this topic right now at henricocitizen.com. A 54-year-old Henrico man died on Saturday after being struck by a hit-and-run driver on East Laburnum Avenue near Richmond Raceway. Henrico police later took a 29-year-old county man into custody on charges related to the crash. It happened at about 10:40 p.m. at the intersection of East Laburnum and Richmond Henrico Turnpike. The victim, Thaddeus Lee Smith, was found lying on the ground near a business in the 600 block of East Laburnum. He died at a local hospital. A preliminary investigation showed that he was walking northbound across East Laburnum within the crosswalk when he was struck by a dark-colored SUV that fled the scene. Police identified the suspect, 29-year-old Jason Alexander Wallace, also of Henrico, later charged him with felony hit-and-run and possession of a Schedule 1 or 2 drug. Police believe that alcohol and drugs were contributing factors in the crash. So far this year, there have been 64 crashes in the county involving pedestrians, with 8 resulting fatalities. Last year, there were 76 such crashes and 11 related fatalities. 26-year-old Montpelier woman died in a 7-vehicle crash on I-95 in Henrico County this weekend. Claire Elizabeth Wenzel died instantly, according to police investigators. Her mother told WTVR TV6 that, quote, "She was a friend to everyone. She loved life and found joy in everything she did," end quote. Wenzel also served as a designated driver for friends and family members. In this week's edition of Savvy Senior, a column especially for senior citizens, you can learn how to look for and find a former company 401k plan that you may have lost track of. Check it out right now at henricocitizen.com. A number of businesses initiated new leases or renewed their existing ones within the past few weeks. We've got a complete rundown of those in our weekly Business in Brief section. Find it at henricocitizen.com by clicking on News and then Business. And it was another busy week in high school sports. You can get a complete recap in our weekly edition of Game Time Henrico. It's on henricocitizen.com right now. If you click on sports, we've got details about high school football and also regional playoff action in field hockey. Today's Henrico News Minute has been brought to you by Barnes & Deal. Barnes & Deal has emerged as a highly respected family law firm over the past 3 decades with the resources, skills, and experience necessary to handle high-asset divorces and other complex family law matters across Virginia. To learn more, visit barnesfamilylaw.com, that's BARNES, or call 796-1000.